In this course, we will learn how to program Python 3 using Jupyter Notebooks in your web browser. Our Jupyter Notebooks will be hosted at azure.com, and we'll need a Windows account to log in so that we can run, edit, and save our notebooks. To log in, you'll need a Microsoft account, such as Hotmail, Live.com, Outlook, or Office 365, which you may have gotten an account from your school. If you don't have one of these accounts, you can just use any email and turn that into the login for a Microsoft account. Navigate to account.microsoft.com to create your own Microsoft account with your own email address. In this course, we'll host our Jupyter Notebooks at notebooks.azure.com. Click the Sign In. Enter the email address associated with your Microsoft account and then enter your password. Your instructor will provide you with a link to a shared library. Paste the link into the browser address bar. You'll be able to have read-only access if you're not logged in, but if you're logged in, you'll be able to edit, save, and run notebooks. To make a copy of the notebook, click Clone and Run, and then just choose to open the clone, or if you've opened it previously, clone again. Let's look at the notebook that we had open at the beginning of this video. We saw that we can log into a Windows account and that we know how to navigate to a library and clone. We can get further acquainted with our Jupyter Notebook by creating a new notebook. So let's go to File, New Notebook, and let's choose Python 3. Note there are other languages, including Python 2. We'll use Python 3 in this course. When I create a new notebook, I can give it a title. The first cell created in a Jupyter Notebook is a code cell by default. We can change that to something called a markdown cell as well. Markdown cells are where the instructions and explanations are written for these Jupyter Notebooks. We can enter some text in a markdown cell, and if we run the cell, it will just display. It transforms the text so that we can read it. We can also edit the text with markdown code, which is a formatting that formats it into HTML code like a web page. And we can use headings and make lists and run that, and then that's what we'll see in the course. You will not be expected to edit Markdown in this course, but you might run into a cell that looks like this state, and you'll know that you just need to run that cell to see it out of the Markdown. After the Markdown cell, we have a new cell here, and that's a code cell. Whenever there's a new cell, it defaults to a code cell, and in there you can write some simple code like a variable x equals 3, just like in your math class, and you can run those cells, and then that variable now has a value 3 associated with it, so that when we run the cell to ask what x is, we can get an output of 3. That's just a simple preview of how we'll use code cells in the course. So now we know to log into notebooks.azure.com with our Windows login account, and that we can navigate to our libraries or have a link provided to us, and we can clone libraries. Also, we can create notebooks in Python 3, and we saw two types of cells, the code cell and the markdown cell.